Hello, I am Dr. Randall Bell. Welcome to Core IQ, where we talk about the stuff we all need to know, things like time management, negotiation, things we need to know in life, but we're not always taught in school. And I am here with JC Cavitt, who is, I'll let you introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hey, thank you for having me, Dr. Bell. So I'm JC Cavitt. I'm currently a master's student studying social work. So working with people is kind of what I do for a living. Been doing it for over about the past 16, 17 years now.
Cool.
So today we're here to talk about volunteering, which is a huge part of my life. It's a part of what I do and who I am, and would love for your audience just to be more active when it comes to volunteering.
I love it because I'm into that, and I'd love to learn more from the expert. So for this segment, like every segment, we have an exhibit. You can print it out, put it on your screen, because sometimes it's kind of hard to see up here, but just be aware that we've got that. We're talking, of course, about volunteerism, as you said. You know, JC, how would you describe volunteerism?
I think in its simplest form, volunteering is a way to give back of your time and your abilities to either an individual or an organization. And as we all know, volunteering is something that you don't get paid for financially. However, I feel like it is so rewarding in so many other ways other than monetary.
I hear you. So why in your mind should people volunteer?
Oh, it's simple. One is it's fulfilling that when you have a skill or an ability to give back to a community or a group of people that you know can benefit from that. That's one reason. But another reason would be to gain employment skills. If you're interested in a certain thing, or maybe even have a passion about it, to be able to get in the trenches and do that, it helps so many individuals, including yourself.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so how is volunteerism beneficial? I mean, how does that all kind of work out?
I mean, I think it's beneficial in the sense that it helps you with your overall mental health, your emotional well-being. It feels good when you know that you're being of service to your community, and it's setting an example for those who are looking at you. Because whether you realize it or not, everyone's a leader. And so when those around you see that you're volunteering your time, your effort, and your energy, it can also inspire others to do the same. It's good because organizations, I think everybody could use a helping hand. And sometimes I think monetary reward is the hindrance or the hurdle that prevents people from volunteering. And so when you just want to do something good out the kindness of your heart, there's plenty of organizations out there that would love to have volunteers.
Yeah, and I think it's also fun. I mean, it's a fun way to spend your time. Okay, so I noticed here in the handout that there's 7 steps. Do you want to just walk us through 1 through 7 and start with number 1?
Absolutely. So the very first thing when it comes to volunteering, step 1 is to identify something that you're passionate about, something that you're interested in. No one likes to be forced to do something that they're really not into doing or just simply don't want to do. So when it comes to volunteering, absolutely identify something that you would do for free. And so, for example, for me, I love basketball. Love it since I was a little boy. And I can remember at 14 years old, I actually volunteered to help out my assistant coach on the basketball team. I just wanted to be around the sport because I love the game that much. And now today I do volunteering work in the jails and the prisons and with nonprofit organizations. I actually run a at-risk youth group once a week where I spend about 2.5 hours with young kids. And so this is something that I'm super passionate about, that I don't mind not getting paid for it because I'm getting rewarded in so many other ways. So that's the very first thing, is identify something that you love doing, that you're passionate about, and that you would do for free.
Okay, I love it. And so find your passion. I like the homeless shelter, volunteer work. You like the prisons and the jails, find something you're passionate about. And it could be any number of things. So what's number 2?
Number 2, I know my passion. Now that we have to find out what volunteer opportunities are available to me. So this is where you do your research. You do a little bit of homework, and one simple step is you can just go online and look at volunteer opportunities near me. But once you kind of identify what it is you want to do or are interested in, do some research. This is also a good time to network and start telling people that you're interested in volunteering, and these are the kind of fields that you would want to volunteer in. So the more information that you have, the better and more informed decisions that you can make about which volunteer opportunity is right for you.
Okay, got it. So find your passion, do some research, get on Google, talk to people.
Absolutely.
And number 3, what do we got?
Start talking about it. Start talking about it as much as you can in your social groups, with your friends, with your families. Tell them, hey, I'm interested in volunteering. Do you guys know of any opportunities, or what volunteer opportunities do you think my personality would be best suited for? This is another form of information gathering. And so sometimes you may have the heart or the desire to volunteer, but really kind of don't know where you would fit in. Ask your friends and family. They know you well enough to say, I think that you would be great over here with maybe the homeless shelter, or maybe at the working with animals. So just try to get some more information about, because you want the right fit. It's not just about volunteering for volunteering's sake. I believe in making sure that you're at a place in an organization or working with a group of people that you really want to be around.
Yeah, I love it. And what I love about what you're saying is it's very deliberate. I mean, you're not just kind of wandering around volunteering. You're thinking about it. Steps 1, 2, and 3. What's number 4?
So step 4 is, this is where the rubber meets the road. So you're actually going to contact the agencies. And one thing that I would tell anyone is that when you're looking at contacting an agency, don't let one agency say, okay, we may not have any volunteer opportunities right now. Don't let that be the end of the line. So at the end of that conversation, ask them, do you know of any other organizations like yours that may have need of a volunteer? So don't let no be the end all.
Yeah, so contact, reach out, talk to the agencies. And number 5?
So you've done all of that. Now you've landed a spot. You landed a volunteer opportunity. Most organizations will have some type of intake process or an orientation. Make sure that you're on time. Even though it's a volunteer opportunity, this is still employment. Like, this is your job.
Right.
And if I can, I would say also, as part of step 3, understand how much time that you will have to dedicate to this volunteer opportunity. So you need to know that ahead of time before you contact that agency. If I'm able to only do maybe 2 or 3 hours a week or multiple days a week, have that thought in mind before you reach out and make that contact.
Okay, love it. Great steps. And the next one?
We're on step 6. After you've done the orientation, there's usually some paperwork that you need to fill out in order to come on board with an agency. Make sure that you're there. I would encourage people that if you have a working functional resume, bring that along with you. If you have reference letters, bring all of that stuff along with you, and treat the opportunity as if it was a real job opportunity.
Yeah, I like that. And one thing I've noticed with volunteering is it is kind of like applying for a job. They don't want flakes.
No.
They don't want people that have kind of a short fuse of excitement and then they fizzle out. You know, they want people that are really going to, roll up their sleeves and get to work. And in one case I'm working on now, I have to do training and I have to submit all my background information because they do background checks. This is with battered women. Or anytime you're dealing with that situation or kids, they want a background check and you got to be willing to do that. Check it out.
Absolutely.
And I've had those checks before and I'll have them again, so it's kind of part of the process.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And we're at step 7.
Last but not least, have fun. Whether you're there on a volunteering opportunity to learn for your own personal reasons, or if you're there just to give back, to give of the knowledge and experience that you have, either or, just make sure that you have fun and that you enjoy doing it. I'm a firm believer that if you enjoy the work that you do, it's really not work.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this, JC. It's a nice 1 through 7 step by step to do it smart and find the right match. I've been doing it for years. I know you've been doing it for years. It's great stuff.
It is.
And thanks for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So remember to like and share Core IQ. Tell people about it. And let's keep the conversation going. Thanks again, JC.
Thanks, Dr. Bell.